Dan and Timmy from Scouting White, best roughs in the business. So Timo, another big weekend of racing, mate, and Chautauqua jumped this morning.
Yeah, jumped. Connections are hoping to get the horse back. They certainly showed a lot of patience with it, which is good to see because it certainly looks like it wants to run when it gets out of those gates. So good luck to them.
Yeah, it might be a bit too close to the Everest, although rumour has it they'll be pushing for an in-between race trial at one of the big meetings in the next couple of weeks. So if it can jump again, who knows? All right, let's start in Sydney though. This weekend we've got Rosehill races going around, the Golden Rose. We've got Sydney race 1, number 3, Quackerjack at $5.50.
Yeah, this horse's form, 8 from 11, didn't look that good, but if anyone's seen the run first up, got bottled up, went to the line under a strong hold, run really good section as well under a good hold. Ticks a lot of boxes here, showed great form as an early 2-year-old, looks to have come back better as a 3-year-old, and it's a pretty decent odds for me at $5.50 in the first race, which is a good way to start the weekend.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, and then doubling down on race 2, we've got Sydney race 2, number 9, Rapture Miss at $8.
Yeah, I really like this horse. It's got an excellent turn of foot. Class 3 highway last start, drops back to a class 2, only goes up 1 kilo. Ticks a lot of boxes here. It's got a really good turn of foot. It'll get back in the ruck, but look, they usually overdo it in highway races, and if this horse gets clear running into 400, it'll be flying down the outside.
Oh, good stuff. All right, staying in Sydney, we got Sydney race 6, number 6, Eckstein at $26.
Yeah, this horse is trying to get a start in the Kosciuszko, the trainer was saying last week. It'll be certainly wound up. It's a winner of this pattern as well. It's had 3 starts, second up for 2 wins. Really likes second up racing. Went within a pimple last year of winning the Maya Classic down in Melbourne, and it's shown up at pretty good odds of $26. So hopefully the stable's got it pretty wound up for this race. The first up run on the heavy track didn't really suit. Back to a good track here, and at $26 is a good each way bet.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, and staying in Sydney, we've got Sydney race 7, number 6, Santos at $21.
Yeah, this horse has shown up $21. Went around last week and was extremely unlucky. Was bottled up on the fence, couldn't get out. And look, if it had a 1, which I think it would have, and it wouldn't be $21 here, be single figure odds, we'd be talking about this horse as one of the main chances. Gay Waterhouse has got a really good opinion of this horse, and I'm happy to get on at $21, which is a good each way bet in a pretty tricky race.
Yeah, good stuff. All right, let's head down to Melbourne. Starting in Caulfield this weekend, we've got Melbourne race 6, number 18, Cross Legend at $26.
This horse has come over from Adelaide. First up, it was Sublime. Got out wide early in the straight and absolutely put him away, won by about 4 lengths. Second up, got beat by a good one, Golden Halo, a Darren Weir horse over in Adelaide. It didn't have a lot of luck in the straight, didn't get out until like 150 to go, and absolutely sailed home. If it had got clear running in the straight, I think it would have beaten that, maybe, and it would have started a lot closer than $23 here, which is pretty good odds in another tough race, but it's good value.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, moving on to Melbourne race 8, number 13, Oregon's Day at $12.
Yeah, this race is the Group 1 Sir Rupert Clarke. A lot of people are talking about Godolphin's in this race. They've got Home of the Brave, they've got the Import Jungle Cat over, Osborne Bulls. But look, usually in this race they overdo it. I don't think Home of the Brave will get an easy time in front like it did last time. There's plenty of speed in this race. This horse has come through the Group 1 weight for age path, drops back to 53 kilos here. Good bet at $12. It's one at the track as well, and it'll get back in the ruck, but they usually overdo it. So hopefully the sweepers will get their chance, and this horse is right in with it.
Yeah, good stuff. And finally down in Melbourne, we got Melbourne race 9, number 1, Global Glamour at $6.
This horse is first up. It's got 58 kilos. Doesn't really worry me. It's a 2-time Group 1 winner. Very classy mare. Had 2 starts at the track for 2 wins. Absolutely loves Caulfield. Stephen Bass's rode it for a win as well. Gets on well with the horse. And look, the couple of other fancy things that won last start, Elika Zoom and that, I just don't think they're in the class of this horse. I think it's 10 points higher in the rating than any other horse in the race. So hopefully it's come back well, and don't be surprised if this horse wins, it'll put your hand up for the last Everest slot.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, guys. Well, good luck on the weekend and happy punting.
And gamble responsibly. Thanks, guys.